Hi, I'm John Siren.
Hello, I'm Natasha from Mankind is Obsolete, and this is an exclusive interview for COMA Magazine.
John said previously that one of the influences on the new album is the Sisters of Mercy, and I read that the two of you hooked up musically in part because you ran into each other wearing the same Sisters of Mercy shirt.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct. We were going to school together, and we both had the same shirt, so at a
And
school.
it was refreshing because everybody loved fusion and R&B, and when we saw each other wearing the same shirt, we were like, oh,
Kindred
spirits. Yes.
Yes.
One, two, three.
So yeah, that definitely
It was, yeah.
helped start this. start us talking.
Yeah, and we got into conversation and just realized we had a lot of similar influences and kind of wanted to go in the same direction musically. So.
Okay.
And originally, I was actually in the keyboard department.
Sure.
And just writing instrumentals. Couldn't find a singer, and then sort of fell in my lap. So.
Cool. So it looks like you're working with Christopher John on the new album. Obviously, you toured with him on the Android Lust tour, and you made some strong friendships off that. How did he come to be involved with the new album?
Well, it felt like kind of a natural progression. Actually, Scott's playing guitar now for Android Lust.
Right.
And I think the tour definitely made it a very collaborative relationship because, towards the end, we were literally all of us on stage together for one of their songs,
Yeah.
And, it just felt natural that he should be involved, And as we started talking, because, there's a lot of hours of endless tripping, as you're touring, and we were talking about, kind of the direction we wanted to go with the album, and he was right on the same page with us. Like, we really want an album that will capture our live energy and our live sound, and that's something I'm not sure if we've ever completely done. So, and we wanted something that was really cohesive. So.
Now, you've had a good number of lineup changes since the inception of MKIO. How much input do the other members have during the creative process?
It depends. I mean, in the beginning, it was mainly Natasha and I, and we had other people like Steven Sebald helping to record, elements of the first CD that we put out, and same with the second CD, Rise. That's where we met Gordon Bash, and then when Trapped Inside. By the time Trapped Inside came out, there was a more collaborative effort in the writing process between some of the other members of the band. So it opened up a little bit, and I know on this new album there's a lot of music has been written already. It's almost kind of gone back to the way it was in the beginning, but at the same time, everyone still has a hand in the writing process towards the end. Especially, I mean, the skeleton might be written in advance, but as we start to collaborate as a band and go through the recording process, everyone starts to put their own flavor into the mix.
Cool.
I think ultimately, as a band, we aim to be able to produce an album that we all are 100%. It's like there's times where one of us will come up with something that maybe another member doesn't feel, and ultimately we know what it's like to play a song that is not 100%, and so we want to make sure on this particular album that A, we can play every single song live and feel really happy about, and B, which is actually kind of cool that we got to test some new songs out on this mini tour.
Right.
And as well, being really happy about the message behind the songs. So, we actually will collaborate lyrically as well. So,
cool.
Yeah.
It should come as no surprise to fans of Mankind is Obsolete that the list of influences on the upcoming album is fairly diverse, ranging from Wasp to the Swans to Susie and the Banshees. How has the Mankind is Obsolete sound matured and changed since 2007's Trapped Inside?
I think the only thing that's really changed is, for me personally, the thing that has changed is I don't really involve myself in what's current or cool or hip. I don't really care, whereas maybe I did as a younger member in the band
Sure.
at the time. Now I just go straight to the bands that influence me the most when it comes to any sort of songwriting that I'm doing. Anything with
It's really hard to say, honestly, because I think it's one of those things. It's really hard to say how you've grown.
Right.
Maybe it's easier for others from the outside looking in
Sure.
to see. You
Yeah.
know. I feel like I've changed. I'm just not sure how. I don't know. I guess we'll see when we come out with the next album.
Right. Now, since the beginning, you've had a very do-it-yourself attitude and have never relied on labels. Have you had any label interest, or have you always wanted to have that do-it-yourself kind of thing?
I think in the beginning, we really aimed to get Mankind is Obsolete on a label, and there was label interest that happened along the way. Some that were indie labels, one that was, I guess, a small label under the umbrella of a major label.
Right.
Nothing ever materialized from any of it, and we've just stuck with being, a DIY band, and actually I feel pretty much at peace with that. I think I really wanted to be on a label for a long time, but
Right.
I think in this day and age, I don't know if being on a label would really matter for a band like us. We
Right,
managed
yeah.
to use the internet a lot, and MySpace at the time was a huge factor, and then just touring, having the DIY punk roots that that we've had. We just got into a van and just started touring and playing with whoever, wherever, and selling CDs out of the back, at the show, and just build it that way.
Yeah.
I think
Completely grassroots.
I think in that sense, our growth has been a lot more organic. I've seen, friends that are in bands that have been signed to labels, and especially with the more major ones. I don't know if that's the case with indies, but, a lot of times, they can kind of force you into a certain direction.
Right.
And I think I really appreciate the fact that we've kind of gotten to grow on our own, in our own way, and in our own time. So I think in that sense, it's been a very rich experience because, there's definitely some hard lessons, along the way when
Sure.
you have to learn the hard way about certain things. But, the lessons are hard earned, but they've been learned.
But you won't forget
hopefully.
them.
Yeah.
Now, it seems like you have been moving further from metal vocals as you've progressed over time. Has this been a conscious decision, or just kind of the way things have been working?
It's just been kind of the way I've been feeling the songs. I've never been able to do the heavier edged vocal stylings without really feeling the music. The music actually has to draw that out of me.
Right.
I've never been able to scream for scream's sake. How's that? So I don't know. It's like, of course, the new song Crosshairs definitely called for that sort of
Sure.
styling. But it really, it's been more about whatever the music calls for. So yeah.
Okay. I know the members of the band also have other musical projects, with John drumming for Dismantled and pretty much filling in for any other band that needs it. And the rest of the members comprising Alice. Do these other projects get in the way of Mankind is Obsolete, or are they just side projects to your main outlet?
I've actually found that we've been able to balance everything. It's just a matter of being respectful of schedules, and when one person's on tour or the other person has a show, because every member is a member of many bands, like
Yeah.
Scott's in Collide and Android Lust, and Gordon's in Bash, and his other jazz projects. So it's one of those things where we've all managed to just kind of, make it work somehow.
Right.
And somehow it does. So
Yeah.
yeah. And I don't know. I think again, we've just been kind of going with a more organic flow. So it's never really been a problem so far. So.
Not really much to add. I mean, I think doing other bands and projects just sort of helps to. It helps Mankind is Obsolete basically take on whatever form it needs to take on.
Sure.
Like I think I get to, me personally, I get to experience a wide range of styles with these other bands I tour with. So when it comes down to Mankind is Obsolete, if I'm writing a song for the band, I can just be free with it and not really, care that, oh man, I'm not heavy enough, or I'm not playing enough dance, music or something like that. Whatever's happening with some other band, I can just sort of go with what feels the best for Mankind is Obsolete. So, yeah.
All right. That's all we got.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.